Okay, hi everyone, Daryl here. Welcome to lesson 14 in my Investing 101 YouTube series. Today we're going to talk about tenancy in common. This is actually a follow-up video from the previous lesson, which was about joint tenancy. So the other method of holding property is tenancy in common. Okay, so what is tenancy in common? So it's just another manner of holding property as compared to the previous lesson when we spoke about joint tenancy. You can actually specify the share which each person holds. Okay, so if let's say I purchase a property with my friend and I contribute more money to this property, I can specifically say that we hold this property in using the tenancy in common manner, and then after that my share, because I contributed more, so my share is 60% and this other friend of mine, he owns 40%. Okay, so no individual may claim ownership of a specific part of the property, but instead have different ownership interests. What this means is that, right, even though I own 60% of the property and my friend owns 40%, I cannot say that, okay, because our property is 1,000 square feet, right, then I make it 600 square feet is mine. Okay, then this 400 square feet is yours. Okay, so there's no specific part of the property that we can assign to individual owners. We actually own a percentage of the property as a whole. Okay, so there's no rights of survivorship like what we mentioned previously in joint tenancy. This is different. So if let's say person A and person B purchases a property using tenancy in common, if person A passes away, person B is still alive, right? So person A's share will be passed on in accordance to his will. Or if he doesn't have a will, then it will be passed on in accordance to the Intestate Succession Act in Singapore. When somebody doesn't have a will, then this act will come into play. Okay, so if you want to purchase a property, right, and then you want to make sure that if you pass on, it will go to your beneficiaries in your will. You want to will your share of the property, right? Then you put the property tenancy in common. Okay, hold the property using tenancy in common manner. Okay, so like I mentioned, common times when we see tenancy in common, actually friends that buy property together, normally you hold it tenancy in common. There may be one party who contributes more monies to the purchase of this property. So you can actually specify like this person contributed 75% of the monies to these properties, and so he should have 75% share. Then the other person 25% share. So what's the advantages of having this tenancy in common? You can actually enter the property market by pooling monies together. So you can say, hey, guys, let's pool monies together and purchase this property. Then your friend can say, yeah, I have more money. Then, oh, never mind, since you have more money, right, you contribute more, then you take more share of this property. So it's easier to gather people together and pool monies according to how much money each person have. If you see a good deal out there, like a very nice landed property that is undervalued, maybe in an auction, then you can purchase the property together with your friends. Who have more money, just take more share of the property. Next time sell also profit divided in the percentage of the who owns more, then take more, right or not? So it's also easier to obtain mortgage with more parties. So like let's say friend A and friend B just started out work, so income quite low. But friend C, right, also willing to put money together. But when they collectively put their names together, right, they may be able to obtain mortgage easier because friend C, right, no loan, but income quite strong, so able to obtain mortgage together with A and B. Okay, so what are the disadvantages, the cons? So all parties actually sign a mortgage agreement, so all are liable if one party does not pay. Okay, so and then another thing, right, is that if one party dies without a will, right, then his interest in the property will go through a probate. So the Intestate Succession Act will come into play. Then you have to go through a probate. So this probate is actually quite expensive. Okay, so if let's say my advice is if you hold property using this tenancy in common, then please have a will to specify how you're going to settle your property if in the unlikely event that, or unfortunate event that you pass on. Okay, so that's all for this week's video. See you in the next video. Okay, thanks.